The popular Tesla accessory company Taptes contacted me with an all-new approach to this, the Tesla Sunshade, to cover up this giant piece of glass in hopes to cool off your car in the summer. They have something called the Taptes Electrostatic Absorption Roof Sunshade for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y, and we're going to take a look at it right now. It just sucks onto the roof. All right, chances are if you own a Model 3 or Model Y, you've either shopped around for a sunshade because it gets so hot in these cars, or you already have one. That's probably similar to this. This is one of the mesh kind, and there's like a, I don't know, 1-inch gap between the window or the roof glass and the cabin, and it kind of is flexing and stuff like this. And this particular one comes in two parts. It's held on by these clips right here. And so it's a good solution. I actually have another video on the channel. I'll throw the link up here if you want to check that out, where I used a temperature gun, tested it with and without and all that other stuff. And the numbers are pretty amazing, but this works well. We're going to see if the Taptes one, the Taptes Electrostatic Absorption Roof Sunshade for Tesla Model Y and Model 3, is any better. So this all-new way of thinking that Taptes has come up with on their sunshade, I'm going to show you in a second, but there's no clips. It just sucks onto the roof. Let's go take a look at this thing. I have it in the trunk right now. Real quick, the numbers for this particular shade from another company without the sunshade. I have the numbers right here in paper form. Without the sunshade, just bare glass. I don't have any tint on this glass either. 164.8 degrees Fahrenheit. That's direct sunshine. I believe the day was about an 86-degree day, 74.2 degrees Celsius. With this sunshade on, in the same conditions, 146.3 degrees Fahrenheit or 63.5 degrees Celsius. That's an 18.5 degree Fahrenheit difference or 10.7 degrees Celsius difference. So those are the numbers we're working with. We're going to see if we can beat those numbers, and we're going to see how easy the installation is. But first, let's go to the trunk and take a look at this thing. We hope you're enjoying this review video of the Taptes Electrostatic Sunshade for Tesla Model Y. We totally appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. It totally means a lot. Over 10,000 of you have already done that. Thank you so much. And if you haven't done so, just hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to like this video. It really, really helps the channel move forward. So more on the Taptes Electrostatic Sunshade. So let's take a look at this thing. It comes in a bag, which is kind of cool. This entire thing does fit in the trunk of a Model Y. I'm guessing it'll fit in the trunk of a Model 3 as well, but I don't have my Model 3 handy. So let's take a look. Let's open this thing up for the first time. Comes in a long cardboard box, of course. I've already gotten rid of that. So take a look. It's white, and it's got a nice gray trim on it. And we've all kind of seen this material before. It's white and kind of sticky. And I'm assuming it's going to just stick to the window nice and neat. So on this side, it's like a light gray, which should look nice in the interior of things. Something fell out. Oh, basically 1,000 Tesla accessory book. I don't know if they're all in this tiny book, but kind of a cool little book that it came with. There we go. Little Taptes plug for you. We've got a link, by the way, down in the description if you want to get a link for all this stuff that we're talking about here. So this, whoa, I almost knocked you over. That would have been really bad. All right, so this is it for the Tesla Model Y. It's white on one side, so that's the side I'm going to be cleaning, and then like a light gray on this side, which is what the cabin is going to be showing. Got a little bit of cardboard there, and a little tab on the bottom here. So it doesn't seem to be affected at all by shipping. It looks like it's unrolled and unraveled just nicely. And that's what we're dealing with here today. How I'm figuring is you're going to use this thing in the summer, just stick it on up there and use it all summer, and then in the winter you can go ahead and put it in this bag. Or if you've got kids, you can make, you know, bag puppets. I don't know. So that's kind of cool. All right, Taptes did send me some instructions, installation instructions right here. It's also on the website for the particular product. The bullet points are basically this. You really kind of want an 86-degree Fahrenheit day to install this. You want the glass roof to actually be warm upon installation. They do want you to clean the white side with a damp cloth. They want you to clean this glass as well before installation. They do recommend that 2 people do this, but for the video purposes, and I don't have another person, I'm probably going to do this alone. Hope it works out. And they also include reinforced nano electrostatic stickers. Leaves no residue, and you put those on the 4 corners. I'm gonna go take a look at that. We'll see how that works out. But those are the directions in a nutshell. There's all kinds of other things, but I wanted to pass that along before we go ahead and put this thing in. All right, got the roof all nice and clean. You'd be surprised on how dirty it was. It felt like really dusty and dirty. I don't think I've ever cleaned it since 2022 and taking delivery of this car. Lots of fingerprints from kids up here as well. So definitely clean off the glass beforehand. Just a thin layer of dust is all it's going to take to make this thing not stick. So that's clean. I'm going to go kind of wipe down with a wet cloth, like they said in the directions, on the white side of the shade itself, and we're going to put this thing in. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm using invisible glass, just kind of cleaning it all up, just kind of spraying it, and then I'm going to wipe it down and put this thing in. It's about an 80-degree day. The roof has been sitting for quite a while, and it's pretty hot to the touch already. I don't need to even put a temperature gauge on that. So wipe this down and I'll put it into place. All right, we've got the sunshade installed. A few tips for installing it. I definitely recommend 2 people. 1 sitting in the back seat, 1 sitting in the front seat, and you kind of roll it from front to back. And make sure along the way you kind of roll out the bubbles that you see behind me here. I would recommend getting one of these or a credit card, and you can easily get these bubbles out. This is a fresh install. I'm expecting to have all these bubbles out pretty soon once it heats up a little more. But definitely a 2-person operation, and roll from front to back and get it as neatly as possible. Now, unfortunately, every Tesla, I think, is made differently. For some reason, the roof headliners are different sizes and stuff, so you might need to tuck some of this in under on the sides and stuff like that. But let's take a look at what kind of heat difference we've got. I'm not going to do a whole video, scientific and all that kind of stuff, just going to do a real quick heat comparison with my temperature gun here, and we'll see how it is. So first of all, with the sunshade in place, we're just going to get this corner. It is a 78-degree day right now. Car's been sitting out for a couple hours. Let's do that. And we've got that number right there, which is 116. That's Fahrenheit. Let's see, 46 degrees, 46.7 Celsius for those of you using actual science. And all right, so I'm going to lift this corner up and we'll see what that gives us without. It's real easy. It's so, because of this electrostatic stuff, so easy to reinstall it there. I'm going to pull this corner off, kind of hold it with my hat, and hit it with the gun. Okay, 66.7 Celsius, 152 Fahrenheit. So 152, 66.7. There it is on the gun. I had it off camera for a second. So there you go, with and without, really quickly. It definitely blocks out all light. So if you're looking for a view, you're not going to get it. This is not for that. But the amazing thing is so you put this up for the summer, and you just literally rip it off when wintertime comes. And you've got your beautiful sunroof open to the world and views and stuff like that. And just again, make sure you have a warm day, you have 2 people, and the installation is pretty simple. The Taptes Electrostatic Sunshade for Tesla Model Y in this case, but they also have it for Model 3. It's I think this is going to be a game changer. You saw the temperature difference, real quick test, not a big scientific thing. So there you go. I think it's going to be great for these LA summers. We were using the kind of mesh screen from another company, and it did a great job. It kind of refracted the light and kept some of the heat out, but it kind of had the heat trapped in a bubble. This is right up against the glass. There is no space between the roof and this. So if you lift this up, you can't touch the glass right now. It's really, really hot. And again, it's up to 79 degrees ambient outside. The sun is beating down on it. And so I think so far so good. I think this is going to keep our car much, much cooler, and you saw the temperature difference. So there you go. Check out the Taptes Electrostatic Sunshade. All right, I will definitely link everything down in the description for you for Taptes, and you can get right to the kind of sunshade that you need. And hope it works well for you as it has for us so far. We've been using it about a month. It was about a month between the intro that you saw and these tests, and I wanted to live with it for a while. We can definitely feel a noticeable difference, but you got to put it in for yourself to make that judge. And then this kind of tells the tale as well. But we feel a difference for sure. It keeps the car cooler in the direct sun, and definitely takes less time to cool the car off than with the AC. So again, everything down in the description. Go ahead and link up from there. And I thank you once again for checking out another Tesla Tips and Trips review video of a product that so far so good. We like this thing. It's keeping our car cool, our Tesla Model Y. Taptes, if you're there, I need one for my Model 3. You didn't send one of those. I'd like one for that car too. Definitely that big of a difference. So no light, less heat, the Taptes sunscreen for your Model Y. Thank you again for watching another Tesla Tips and Trips video. We are just so thrilled that you are liking what we're doing. Over 10,000 subscribers so far. If you're one of them, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. If you want to become one, it's super easy. Just hit the subscribe button. And we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. It just sucks onto the roof.